Welcome to another video of Who Like Mixtape. First post-game show of the year of the Las Vegas Raiders. We have the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Week 2, Monday Night Football. I'm gonna be honest. I originally had this team losing by 2 touchdowns. I didn't think, I knew Geno wasn't gonna have the same impact he did with New England against this team because when I seen this team play the Chiefs, this team showed me they could play. You know what I'm saying? They could compete. They could play defense, They have a top 5 quarterback. They got a two-headed monster. Um, Najee, he didn't play any preseason at all. He's been out since July. The flow firecracker popped in his eye or whatever, so he's not in football shape, so he's got to get back in rhythm. So they've been rolling with the young buck and Marion Hampton. Um, Now in the first quarter, the defense is looking good. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that pick Geno drew on the first drive, Aloni Gilman, the safety, he played good. You know what I'm saying? Chargers have a bunch of unknown people on their defense. Defense played good. Number 20 played solid. Their D line, which is crazy, had more sacks than our D line, and mind you, Khalil Mack left the game in the first 5 6 minutes of the game. Well, around that, you know what I'm saying? He hurt his elbow or something like that or whatever. Right, mind you, Rashawn Slater, he's out for the season. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking our not O line, our D line was gonna have 4 sacks. Um, they weren't able to do that. I think they had 1 sack. Um, After the first quarter, that's when the Chargers was locking in. Um, Justin Herbert was able to sling the ball. Marion Hampton was getting first downs. Nobody wasn't open, or if it was pressure. Cause I seen a couple plays where Max Crosby almost had a sack and he couldn't get to Justin Herbert at all. Max Crosby keep trying to get a sack every play instead of doing outside containment. You know, um, I don't know who's our starting D tackles, but they suck. Um, Let me see. Okay, cool. Um, the defense, even though they played bad, the defense they did get some stops, but it's more so what's on the offense. Um, Bad play calling with Chip Kelly. Um, Geno Smith, Brock Bowers, Adam Jinsey, however you say his name, they all couldn't gel. Um, Adam Jinsey couldn't even rush for 5 yards. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple cool runs too. You know what I'm saying? I'ma still stand on what I stand on. I'ma still stand on business. I don't like the pick. I don't. I don't even like the Brock Bowers pick. I don't value running backs and tight ends that high. It's easy to find a tight end and running back in the draft. It's easy. Cause I felt like now I could see if we were one position away, yeah, sure. Why not get a running back, whatever, woo, woo, tight end, whatever, woo, woo. But at the same time, nobody's drafts tight end in the first round. How did they turn out? Look at Kyle Pitts. You know what I'm saying? Look at Noah Fant. You know what I'm saying? The only one who's playing good is what's the guy name? What's the guy name? T.J. Hawkinson. That's the only one. Other than that, all the other ones been trash. You know what I'm saying? The O line did a terrible job. It wasn't blocking. Once I seen that lineup, when they started Alex Kappa, Jordan Meredith, um, what's the guy name? No. Alex Kappa, Jordan Meredith, Dylan Parham, DJ Glaze. Who the fuck is our left tackle? What's his name? Colton Miller. I knew it. I knew that O line wasn't gonna do shit. Cause I'm like, why are they benching Jackson? He should have left Jackson at center. Um, Pete Carroll calling a timeout in the middle of the third quarter when we did. You know what I'm saying? Like when we were on defense, like why are you calling a timeout? Just let it play out. You know what I mean? We got plenty of time. Um, the first interception, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't Geno's fault. You know what I'm saying? He didn't see the safety coming up, so it was a good play, good deflection by Aloni Gilman, and then Dayon Henley got a pick, and then shout out to Dayon Henley, man, dude balled out. He had a good game. Um, believe he had 2 sacks. He had an interception. He almost had another interception if Adam Jensen didn't knock the ball out of his hand. Geno Smith played terrible. 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, passer rate 37.0. Justin Herbert played well, lights out. Um, Raiders, they could have got Keenan Allen. They could have. They passed up on Keenan Allen. You know, I try to tell people Keenan Allen's not washed. Caleb Williams just sucked. You know what I'm saying? Um, Caleb Williams couldn't get anything going with any of his receivers. He had the best receiving duel, couldn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Um, he's struggling right now with Ben Johnson. Anywho, Zamir White didn't do anything. The first quarter, our defense was looking solid. After the first quarter, they was cooked. You know what I'm saying? Palomalu was getting exposed. I don't like Palomalu. I don't know what Isaiah Palomalu. I don't know what he did for them to persuade them to let Robert Spillane, Nate Hobbs, and safety Trayvon Moore walk. Mind you, Trayvon Moore was the only pick that I wanted that the Raiders got recently. I'm dead ass. Trayvon, I'm gonna say it again. Other than Mike Mayer, Trayvon Moore was the only pick that I wanted that the Raiders got, other than Mike Mayer. You know what I'm saying? Um, Trayvon Moore was the best cover safety we had since Charles Woodson and Michael Huff. You know what I mean? But I have Raider fans trying to argue with me, but do you not know how hard it is for a DB to cover? Like, if your D line or your front, matter of fact, if your front seven is not doing their job, meaning the D line, from the D line to the linebacker, they're not doing their job, how the fuck you expect the DB to cover their man? You know what I'm saying? Of course they're going to get open. You know what I'm saying? Um, DBs can't do it all by themselves, but I've seen enough with our DBs. They're trash. Um, Boo Kelly got cooked. Eric Stokes didn't do anything after the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? Our linebackers, they is the strength of our defense. They didn't really get beat. Miles Crosby, this is why I tell people Miles Crosby is not a superstar. He's not. Cause think about this. See, y'all motherfuckers, y'all like to throw the word superstar or elite or anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all some names. Jack Youngblood and Max Crosby. Nope. Aaron Donald and Max Crosby. Nope. TJ Watt and Max Crosby. Nope. Nick Bosa and Max Crosby. Nope. What's the other guy? Miles Garrett and Max Crosby. Nope. Khalil Mack and Max Crosby. Nope. Dexter Lawrence and Max Crosby. Nope. Chris Jones and Max Crosby. Nope. What's the other guy? I'm missing somebody. What's the other dude name? Michael Parsons and Max Crosby. Nope. Um, what's the other guy name? Daniil Hunter. Well, Daniil Hunter and Max Crosby. Nope. Daniil Hunter is past his prime, and him and Max Crosby about the same level. What are they? Star players. Max Crosby is a star player. He's not a superstar. Get it right. Get it right. The Raiders. I'm going to say it once and I'm going to say it again. When they traded Devontae Adams, I said now the Raiders went from one superstar to zero superstars. Now, the Raiders, they had the third most cap this offseason. What did they do? They signed Raheem Mostert. Their first acquisition was signing Alex Kappa, who was the worst offensive fucking guard. He's fucking led the league in fucking sacks. and Cincinnati released him instantly. Instantly. You know what the Raiders did? Raiders do what Raiders do. They gave him a 2-year, $11 million contract. What the fuck? What the fuck? Then we went to the draft. I said, "Yo, man." I said, "All right." They let Trayvon Moore walk. They didn't resign Robert Spillane. They let their house walk. I said, "All right." Well, I said, "Well, shit." Our pick coming up. I said, "Oh, Shador there, get him." Will Johnson there, get him. What's the safety name that played for Seattle? Nick. Fuck is his name? Little African dude. What's the other linebacker? What's the other linebacker? What's his name? I wanted him. God damn it. I forgot his fucking name. But anywho, all I was saying was the quarterback class, yes, it was weak, but we could have got Shador. We could have got a quarterback of the future. You know what I'm saying? Uh, we arguably could have got a top 10 talent in day 3. We could have used our third, fourth round pick on Shador. I would have been cool with that. I would have been cool with that. But nope. Raiders do what Raiders do. Raiders always do the opposite. You know what I'm saying? We drive a bunch of unknown players that don't move the needle. Now, I will say this. I like the Darian Porter pick, and I like the Dante Jackson pick. I'm not a fan of Jack Bish. He doesn't move the needle at all. He's a reach. Adam Jinsey, good player. He's a reach. Now, he was a dog out Boise State, but who did they play? He had about 30 carries. He was just running all over the place. I told this dumbass nigga Josh, delusional motherfucker. I told this nigga JV, told other Raiders fans on their platform. I said, Adam Jinsey is cool, but he's not gonna have the same impact he did with Boise State with the Raiders. Like that, what he did with Boise State, it's not gonna translate to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Um, because the NFL players are a lot faster, stronger, and more skilled. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of that. You playing a bunch of nobodies. Nah, bro. You playing against the pros. You see, Adam Jinsey came in average. He can't even get 5 yards. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I was gonna say. I felt like we should have featured our tight ends more. There was on Brock Bowers. Mike Mayer, you know what I'm saying? We could have stuck with that two tight end set because we ran we went a 3 wide receiver set. What's that scheme called? What's it called? Spread? Is it called spread offense? Power? I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Um, Whatever we needed on defense, man, we could have adjusted it. We could have addressed it in the draft. The Raiders didn't. Um, I wanted Javon Holland. I wanted Byron Murphy. I wanted DJ Reader. If we would have got those two and we signed Trayvon Moore and Spillane and signed a D tackle, I would have been fine. You know what I mean? Um, Chef Kelly play calling wasn't it? Wasn't it? But anyways, like I was saying, bruh, this team sucks. Trayvon Moore, I mean not Trayvon Moore, Isaiah Palomalu, he's not a starting caliber NFL safety. Just because he's Troy Polamalu's nephew doesn't make him good. Um, he's a special teams player at best. Jeremy Chin, I like him. Our linebacker core is cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with that. Now, if the Raiders don't make any moves for the D line and O line, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, we do need to add another receiver. We're not going anywhere. Kiss this season goodbye. We're not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You see all this shit I just named? The Raiders need a whole lot of shit. Number one, they don't have a number one receiver. Number two, the running back, he don't move the needle. Number three, O-line is trash. D-line is trash. Play calling is terrible. Pete Carroll was too complacent. Um, what else am I gonna say? I don't know why they didn't play Lecky, bro. They should have kept Lecky in the game. Um, D-line couldn't generate any pressure. Our DB room is trash. It felt like we got blown out, but we didn't. The defense, they did get some stops, but at the same time, they got cooked the whole game. Um, what's the guy name that used to coach Lamar Jackson? What the fuck is his name? What's his name? He used to coach Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson. What's the charge offense coordinator name? Greg Roman. Greg Roman, that play he did with the end go around with the number 12, that was the dumbest shit. All you had to do was run the ball and throw it, bro. You literally was torching us passing the ball with Justin Herbert slinging that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Um, the Chargers defense, man, the Chargers defense was on one, man. Chargers, first place in the division, 2-0. Chiefs 0-2. Raiders are tied for second place with the Denver Broncos. Really, Denver Broncos should be 2-0. They got fucking cheated by the referees. It is what it is. Um, Colts undefeated, Bills undefeated, Chargers undefeated. Who else undefeated? Uh, who else is undefeated? The Bengals ain't undefeated. The Bengals is. Oh no, the Bengals is undefeated. Yeah, the Bengals is undefeated. The Bengals beat the Browns and they beat the Jags and Bengals. See, yeah, that was the only team that's undefeated. If I'm not mistaken. I know Texas is 0-2. Tampa Bay in the NFC, so that don't apply. You know what I'm saying? Um, hold on, y'all. Yo. Okay. Um, Same with Chip Kelly. Just because you want to national champ doesn't mean you're going to be a great offense coordinator. I don't know why Mark Davis have all the money. He's the highest paid offense coordinator. It was Cliff Kingsbury, but he's the highest offense coordinator. Um, JC is horrible at pass blocking. Is horrible at BSU as well. Yeah. Greg Roman got blamed on everything when he was at Baltimore, and they have two OCs. Niners undefeated. Yeah, the Niners are undefeated. You know what I'm saying? But they about to lose to the Cardinals. They're about to come to the end. Um, the Chargers defense coordinator, he's an unknown guy. I don't know how to say his name. He came from Michigan when they won a national championship with Harbaugh. Harbaugh brought him over. That's the hell of a pickup. Chargers got 200 drafted rookies, and they made the 53 man roster. You know what I'm saying? Um, Shout out to my guy Daniel Henley, 2 sacks. He had an interception, nearly had two. Adam Jesse did knock it out of his hand. Daniel, he wasn't going to play. He got cleared by the doctor. He had an illness. He was able to play. Khalil Mack, prayers up for Khalil Mack. He messed his elbow up. Um, What I was gonna say, Keenan Allen had a good ass game. I believe he had a touchdown, 5 catches, about 54 yards. Quinshawn Johnston, he's been balling out. He have a touchdown. He have about close to 80 yards. Lad McConkey had over 70 yards. He had a good game. Chargers really should have scored more, but Greg Roman play calling was terrible in the second half. Um, I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck they was doing. You know what I mean? All you have to do is go down the field or go to the outside because Raiders' number one problem, they can't cover tight ends. I don't know why they didn't give Conklin the ball. I don't know who they backup tight end is. It Aronde Granderson? I don't think he even got the ball. Um, Adam Jensen. Uh, he once again he was out there pussyfooting. That's the shit I be talking about, man. They'll be pussyfooting. Um, let me see. Let me see. Yo, what's y'all thoughts on the game though? You know what I'm saying? I dropped the link. Anybody can come up if y'all want to. Um, yeah, any of y'all can come. Hold on, what the fuck? Yeah, any of y'all can come up. Um, I don't know what to say, man. Commanders just lost. Raiders play Commanders on Sunday. You gonna get an angry Jaden Daniels. Um, I really just don't know what to say, man. Geno lead the league in interceptions. Max Crosby was nowhere to be found. I literally said he's not a superstar. Um, he's not. You know. Um, you can't put him in the same sentence as guys like Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, uh, Daniil Hunter. Daniil Hunter is past his prime, and he's still a star player. That's what Max Crosby is. Max Crosby is a star player. He does not have superstar powers. He can't put a team on his back. I can't believe this dumb cokehead son of a bitch, Joshua Samuel Rogers, said Max Crosby is better than Khalil Mack. I said he said it in 2023 and he said it in 2024. I said, hold on, Sway. How, Sway? Khalil Mack had multiple season injuries. How is he better? How? This dude was the first player in NFL history to run all pro in two different positions. But you want to hate on him because Gruden ran him out of Oakland. That's that delusional shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the Raiders winning at all. I didn't. You want to know why? Because look at our roster. Look at the Chargers roster. Chargers make moves. They did. Chargers made moves. They they had a better draft than us the last 2 years. They had a good free agency. They signed Najee Harris. That's a good ass pickup. They drafted Arondé Granderson. Good pickup. They addressed the receiver position. They drafted Trey Harris out of Ole Miss. They picked up Keenan Allen. A solid number one. He already knows. Well, he don't know the system, but he got chemistry with Justin Herbert, and he's familiar with the front office because obviously he was there 2 years ago. That's going to help Lad McConkey. That's going to help guys like Trey Harris. Um, who's the other receiver? I forgot their name. Basically, that's going to help Justin Herbert. You know what I'm saying? Keenan Allen, not only he's a beautiful route runner, he's a red zone threat. He can catch 50-50 balls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But Chargers defense is real. You know? Vikings was the only team that couldn't score 10 points. The Raiders, it's on the same. Raiders is there too. Raiders couldn't even score 10 points. Raiders scored 9 points. You know what I'm saying? The shit is sad. It's shit disgusting, you know? Um, Shit disgusting, you know? Um, it doesn't feel good to be a Raider fan at all. It doesn't, you know? Uh, just don't know what to say, man. Don't know what to say, man. You know? Uh, we gotta do something about that O line. You know, we gotta fix that D line up, man. Call Christian Wilkins up, bruh. Please do something. Call him up. DB room gotta get back. We need another corner. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much need everything. You know what I'm saying? The Raiders don't make any moves. Season is over. You know, you can kiss this season goodbye. You know, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out. Peace.